What's up people, welcome back to Rhys King's Game Channel. I'm Rhys King as always, and today we are on a brand new thing that I'm bringing to the channel. Oh yeah. So guys, we're going to be reviewing Until Dawn today. I played the whole thing on the channel, hopefully you guys know that, and if you're new to the channel then this can be your new introduction to me and the channel. And yeah, I played the whole game through and I wanted to actually sit down and break it down. So first of all, spoiler alert. Yeah. There's a spoiler alert, you've been warned. There is a link down below to the playlist, so if you want to watch the whole series first, then hit that, check it out, because it's freaking awesome. If not, then here's your last warning. Last warning. Right, we're going to start talking about some shit. Some real shizzle. Now, the first thing I want to say about the game is it was literally freaking fantastic. Like, I'm going to say that right at the start. Enjoy every bit of this. We're going to review some scenes, it's going to be freaking awesome, and yeah, I can't wait. So, here we go. Now, the main sort of crux of it, the storyline is about a group of teenagers that go out into a cabin. One of them owns it. There's a brother, Joshua, his two sisters. They own it, well, their parents own it, and they go up there, they play a practical joke on Josh's two sisters. Kind of goes a little bit wrong, goes tits up. They have to run away. Well, one of them runs off into the woods, the other one chases them. Finally catches up with them. Then, well, we're led to believe it's a killer. But again, spoiler alert, it's not a killer, it's actually a Wendigo that chases them. They both fall down a hole, they die. Then the following year, on the anniversary of that, Joshua, the brother of the two sisters that have died, you're gonna have to stick with me here, guys. He invites back all of his friends that were there that year, the ones that played the prank that inevitably led to their death. Yeah, so he invites them back for a party to remember his sisters. Now, there's my first problem. If it was me, I'd be like, I'm not so sure I want to go back up there. I mean, it is creepy as balls up there. So anyway, they all meet up there because it's a great idea and it's going to make him feel better being around his parents, not being... So anyway, they all go up there, they think it's a great idea, and yeah, they want to go support their friend at the end of the day, so good on you guys. You all start out as good people. And then anyway, so as they get up there, trouble ensues, as of course you would assume being a horror game. So they get up there, creepy stuff starts to begin to happen, little inklings, you get to see some stuff, you kind of get to see the predator night vision, which you'll later actually understand that is actually the Wendigos that are hunting you. Shame none of those are, well, I say a shame, but surprisingly none of those attacked that we knew of at first. There's still a couple of facts though that I want to talk about later, kind of later on into this, that are kind of unknown to me, I don't understand it. But anyway, so the storyline starts to progress. First of all, I would say high up on the list of mistakes would be them all playing with a Ouija board.
Killed Hannah. Who was it? L-I-B?
The library. Maybe there's something in the library here?
There's someone in the corner back there.
There's proof.
In the library?
Watch out!
If your sisters have just died, bro, everything's bad, the last thing you should do is play with a freaking Ouija board, because you're going to summon some bad shit. But I mean, little did we know at the time it was all part of Joshua's grand scheme. And yeah, at the time though I was like, guys, what are you doing? But yeah, like I say, it all plays into it in the end. As we go through, I'll sort of, you know, reveal a bit more and more about it. And yeah, so we have that happen, and two of us are split off. You got, what was it? I can't think what their names are. You had Michael and the other Jessica. They get split off. They have to go to the cabin, and yeah, you know, that's always going to lead to bad news. At this point in the game, I was like, who the fuck are we going to lose first? How's this going to happen? But anyway, at that point, it sort of goes into there, and yeah, it kind of gets crazy from about there on. This actually leads me to my first thing that I'm like, I don't understand. They kind of didn't explain it, because the whole time they said that they didn't take Jessica. Jessica wasn't taken by Joshua, because Joshua was one of the killers, just so you know. And he said he didn't do it, but there was a brown glove that came through and took her out. And now they're kind of saying it was a Wendigo, but the Wendigo had the same gloves as Joshua? I don't know, man. Bit confusing, but that's it. That is actually the only real plot hole problem that I had in this entire fucking game. So if that's all I can complain about, it's a fucking good game. Now that kind of takes me to my next point that I really want to talk about. Now, in this, you've got, obviously we've got the character set, we know what we're up to with that, all of that stuff, but with what to be scared of in this game is actually pretty freaking incredible. And it really is amazing how they paced it out through the story, because it worked perfectly. Every time you started to realise what something was, something new come up and you were just like, shit, what the fuck, now I've got to wrap my head around this too? You're shitting me. But yeah, so monsters we had initially like the Jigsaw type-esque killer, which later on turns out to be Josh, and it's Josh's broken, and I'll go a bit deeper into his character a little later. You had Flamethrower Guy, quite literally his name in the credits, Flamethrower Guy, who is the guy that we're led to believe has the Predator vision for quite a percentage of the story. You're led to believe it was kind of him that killed the girls and stuff like that. Okay, and then we have the Wendigos, a mythological crazy-ass motherfucking creature that can only be killed with fire. Ha! Not just that, but they will peel your skin off and eat you while you're still alive.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah. He confirmed it.
Real nasty.
And I gotta say, guys, insane. Learning each one of these parts. I mean, we literally saw Josh get cut in half, you know, literally saw him get cut in half, and then he comes back as the killer. I was like, fuck, this is the fucking best horror movie I've ever seen in years. I like that little twist, because I genuinely believed it at the time. I actually hit the wrong button when I did it. I picked the right picture to save Josh, and then I literally pulled the lever the wrong way, killed him. Felt a bit bad about that, but turns out it was fake anyway. Oh man, it was some bullshit right there. That was, I didn't like that. But then some other points of things that I really liked about this, right, was the whole interview part. The interviews for this were freaking fantastic. It was all done with Peter Stormer. Like, you might actually recognise him from things like, I don't know, Prison Break, just fucking shitloads of movies and TV series. The guy's been in everything, and he's actually kind of a cool guy. I like it. He's a good actor. I've liked most of the stuff he's been in, and he plays the part well. You know, he's obviously typecast, but he plays the part really well. So yeah, he's fucking awesome. So he's in it, he's doing all the interview process with you, and you kind of learn throughout those interview processes that come at the end of each sort of episode. You learn throughout that actually you are the killer, because the interviewee is actually Josh, and he is the killer. And that's when you learn about that, and you're just like, mind blown. I mean, I had an inkling, and I did say from the beginning that I thought it was Josh. But when he died, I was like, yeah, he's dead. And then I started saying that I believed that we were the killer, not knowing that it was Josh still at that point, because, you know, we could see his hat. It actually kind of looked like the top of my hat. We could see his hands with the leather gloves. So it was all kind of tying together. But they did it very tactically. And also during that sort of scene, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but a lot of what they were doing in it were kind of like similar to Silent Hill, where they did these sort of interview techniques to learn about what your fears are and then implement that in the game. Now that fucking system was beautiful. I'd like to, well, I'm not liking to, I will definitely be playing through it again on my own to give a whole different set of choices and everything, and see what comes of it, because fuck man, they're saying it can change the storyline, you know, we can change who lives, who dies, everything about it can change, which means the whole outcome at the end is even different. So that's brilliant, you know, the interview process and that aspect of the game, fucking genius. It's what all games have been crying out for years. In fact, I hope they implement a kind of a bit of this in the Uncharted game, because that game will do it justice. It's like watching a movie anyway to play the Uncharted game. So I'd like to see some of this come to that actually. I think that'd be freaking awesome. I'm looking forward to Uncharted, you might be able to tell. So there's a few other things as well that we need to go into, is like some of the scares in this game were brilliant, like somewhat obvious, like there were some deer scenes that were quite obvious. Yeah, you know, I was expecting some of those, but then others I wasn't expecting. Like, you might see a few of these moments where my mouth literally just drops. I'm just like, mainly, let's go for gruesome, so total gruesome. The worst one of the lot was the way Jessica actually died, because she didn't die the first time she died. Confusing, a few people did that in this game, guys.
No.
Slow jaw, ripped clean off.
Oh my. No.
Yeah. Off. Fucking gnarly, man. So, yeah, that was pretty gnarly. The other thing, what I would say I was up there on my also most gruesome part, was when Matey Boy's tripping. Josh is like stood there, tripping. This is in the final episode, the one that came out today. Peels her face off. I'm like Nicolas Cage style, face off. Face off. Fucking gnarly shit. For real, that's not cool. That actually like was pretty nasty to watch. But yeah, between that and the cast, to be honest with you, some of the cast that really impressed me, you had the cheerleader from Heroes, what was her name, Hayden Panettiere, and yeah, she was fantastic in it, and it's cool like seeing familiar faces that you know from TV and stuff. It kind of like even makes it even better with the next gen graphics. You can really see who it is. I found it the same with that Peter Stormer actually. And the other ones that we had that really stood out to me was Brett Dalton, because I watched S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched a lot of S.H.I.E.L.D. Really enjoyed that program while it was out. Got a little dry towards the end, but I liked his character, really cool, and it was fun to see that put into the actual into that as well. I kind of like recognised a bit of his character in it as well, so it's kind of cool to sort of familiarise with someone. Cutting his fingers off though, that will live with me and haunt me forever. Oh, will that haunt me? Not good. Not fucking good. I made some good choices in this game, and I made some really friggin' awful choices. And if you were there to take, to take on a journey with me, you'll remember there were some really awful choices that I made. One of which was pretty bad. You know, I actually let someone drop to their death. But she was a bitch in my defense. Turned out she survived anyway, to later get shot right through the eye.
Calm down. You're gonna shoot me? Like me?
This is the safe room, Em.
Please.
It is not safe as long as you're in it. Not for us.
Don't do that.
I'm really
Don't
sorry.
shoot her. No. Do I have to?
Holy shit, Mike!
So yeah, it actually turned out, which is kind of ironic I found, that, well, we were actually, the innocent, were actually more of a killer than the actual killers in the game, which I find kind of funny. Like, in all honesty, the cheerleader, I can't remember what her name is in it, the one, Hayden Panettiere, her character kills Mike, so he dies. And that was my choice as well, alright? I'm sorry. And also, Mike kills the other bird, and that was crazy. It blows my mind because, yeah, I killed a lot of people. Bad choices. Oh, in fact, and Jessica, her lower jaw incident, that was also my bad choice because we should have hidden. So yeah, turns out, in fact, I am the biggest killer out of a lot of us. Bad times. So anyway, guys, to kind of sum it up, thank you for joining me on this. We've covered quite a lot of key points, the storyline and stuff. If you want to see anything any more in depth, then let me know, because I'd happily sit down and give a real long breakdown of the game. I just don't want to drag it out too long, guys, otherwise I might get bored. So yeah, the story, everything, the whole game, graphically fucking beautiful. If this is the hope for next gen, then I paid out for a PS4 for a fucking reason. This so far has been my reason. Hopefully you guys agree with that. If not, go fucking play this game or watch it, because it is friggin' awesome. Now, I've got to say, through the whole series when I was recording it, I literally skipped past things on YouTube. I was like, no PewDiePie, didn't even want to see a thumbnail just in case it gave away something that I was about to find out or anything. So I completely stayed off the radar on that. And I did that fully intentionally because I was like, it will ruin the game for me. If I friggin' see some shit, it's gonna ruin the game. So it was a completely new experience for me the whole way, which is kind of cool. That's another thing I really liked about it. So there you have it, guys. I'm gonna give that game a full-on 10 out of 10. We're talking super high fives all round, because it's fucking amazing. Like I said, graphically, pow, tick the box. Fucking storyline, definitely a pow, tick the box. I'm genuinely sad that the game is over. Like, honestly, I don't know if you've ever like had your Firefly, for a lot of people, so upset because it ended after a season. So never got to see any more of it. That's how I'm feeling right now. I feel like shit, man. My favorite thing has been taken from me. I hope so much that they actually make DLC. Please make DLC for this game. It's gonna be fucking awesome. A whole new story or something. Oh, please. But anyway, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested, then check out the links down below or the annotations at the end for the actual stuff that I cover on the channel normally, which is just gaming videos. This is the first one of this kind that I've done. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, then smash that like button and support the idea of me doing more of this. And it also lets me know. If you have any queries or questions or anything you want me to answer, then ask me down in the comments down below. I'll always answer your questions because you guys are the fucking best. You're the best. I don't know why I keep wielding this book like I'm gonna hit the screen with it. I don't know. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed. Thanks for your support. Thanks for watching to the end. If you've made it this far, you're fucking amazing. So catch you in the next one. Bye bye.
Or to be afraid of, that can be dreamt up by the unhinged imagination of a self-indulgent, spoiled little brat.